Sophia Torres. Number 14, designated player, Alessa Gonzalez. Number 2, center field, Elisa Gomez. And your flex pitching, number 3, Sophia Torres. And the reserve, number 7, Jasmine Moreno. 15, Anissa Rondo. 4, Sophia Gomez. 5, Isel Lunar. Number 16, Amber Espinoza. Number 6, Emily Valdez. Please welcome your Samuel Clemens Lady Buffaloes. The starting lineup for Clemens. Number 1, catching Ava Arnold. Number 4, shortstop Celestina Daniels. Number 10, pitching Alexis Worthy. Number 16, third base Erica Padron. Number 3, right field Sofia Valencia. 25, second base Aubrey Willman. Number 12, left field Katie Brister. Designated player number 21, Brady Martinez. Number 6, playing center field, Brianna Neal. And flex, playing first base, number 7, Alexis Alma. The reserve, number 5, Hannah Corrigan. 18, Joy Jones. 11, Ava Aguero. And 13, Naomi Hardiman. The Lady Buffaloes head coach is Nuzi Rodriguez. Assistant coaches, Emily Baker, Alyssa Fregoso, and Teresa Carrion. Please stand and remove your hats for the national anthem.
Streaming on KNL Facebook page and live on the radio. So we find ourselves here in Samuel Clemens, the Samuel Clemens Buffaloes playing field. It is an outside field. It is a stadium that is nicely kept. We had a little bit of rain here to begin, but we're okay now, and hopefully the rain can stay away because we are transmitting or broadcasting from the outside. It is a pretty even series. Pretty here, I'm going to bring in my partner, the play-by-play guy is Bobby Rankin. And Bobby, it seems like this series is a pretty even, exciting, going to be series. It is really important. The first game, you know, that the one who wins the game has a higher percentage of winning, especially coming on the road and winning a game. So it's a very important game here for the series. It'll be today, the first game, and then tomorrow we're going back to Eagle Pass same time, and if needed, we're going to be in Jordanton to carry the third game. So, Bobby, what do you think of this series, Bob?
Well, like we talked to Coach Reese yesterday, we had him on the show. On paper, these two teams teams, they're pretty matched evenly. What I said to him was, Clemens, they're a fourth. They finished fourth in their district, but they're not your typical fourth place district team. The Eagles, Lady Eagles, they're more than capable of beating this team, but it's going to take a great effort from all the girls, because we know that playoff time is something different. No matter first, second, third, or fourth, each team's going to give you your best, and we're ready to go for playoff base.
So here we go. It'll be Mia Silva leading off, and it'll be followed by Krista Ruiz, the second baseman. Batting third, Roquia Moreno. Batting fourth, Michelle Torralba in right field. Batting fifth, Clarissa Leja, first base. Batting sixth, Karina Gomez in center field. Batting seventh, Sierra Torres, the catcher. Batting eighth, Alisa Gonzalez, the DP. Batting ninth is Elisa Gomez, the center fielder. And your sensational sophomore pitcher will be on the mound, Sofia Torres. She is a flex. Bobby?
First pitch was a ball. Second pitch outside. Ball 2-0 the count. The weather conditions are ideal. Just a little breezy, not windy. Overcast skies. Here's the third pitch. That's in there for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike.
The battery for the Buffaloes is Ava Arnold doing the catching, and the pitching is Alexa Worthy.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss by Greca. So that runs the count to 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, steps back in. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Called strike 3, low at the knees for the first out of the inning. And that's going to bring up number 12, Krista Ruiz, the Lady Eagles leading home run hitter with 4 of the year. And up and down the lineup, any one of these girls can take it out at any given moment. So don't sleep on them. Here's the first pitch to Krista. That's ball outside, 1-0 count.
And Bobby, as we talked with the coach, we know that runs are going to be at a premium here, so it's not going to be a high-scoring game. We need waiting to see how coach is going to play it to score that first run.
Low, ball 2. 2-0 the count. Coach Reeves telling Krista what to look for, or where he wants her to look. Here's the 2-0 pitch. It's going to be fouled off, out of play. 2-1 the count. And we have hard-hitting Roquia Moreno on deck. And I'm sure she'd love to get up with a runner on. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Reese. That's high, ball 3, 3-1 the count, and I'm sure she's got the green light, knowing her.
Well, she's been hot of late. You know that she's been one of the hottest hitters that the Lady Eagles have.
Here's a 3-1 pitch. In the first swing and a miss. The count now runs full, 3-2 the count. Here's the payoff pitch. No, that's going to be ball 4, so Krista earns her trip to first base by walks, and that's going to bring Roquia Moreno, the third baseman for the Lady Eagles, who hit a ball against Medina Valley last week. And what we said, we think the ball's still traveling somewhere over San Antonio. That's how hard she hit it.
Well, she had been struggling, and we said, Bob, but I think she fixed herself with that. Let's see how she does here.
I mean, a grand slam usually gives you a lot of confidence as a batter. Here's the first pitch to her. That's going to be high. Ball gets past the catcher. That's going to allow Reese go down to second with no throw. So now we have a runner in scoring position. With Roquia facing ball 1, no strikes, and on deck we have the coach hitting Michelle Torralba. Here's a 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, got a piece of it, but strike, 1-1 the count. Yeah, this pitcher for Clemens, she has some heat on her fastball.
And not only that, but it's a change of pace. He gets the ball and throws it right away. It gives us a hard time even to comment about it from one pitch to the next.
That's going to be high. Runner fakes going to third. Catcher throws to the shortstop. Nothing going. 2-1 the count to Roquia. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Outside, ball 3. Catcher drops the ball, runner goes from second, and she's in there. That was a close play. But Krista Reese saw the catcher unable to handle the ball and took off. So now anything in play will probably score the first run of the game.
And we always talk about productive outs, Bob. Here's an opportunity to be a productive out. You can be an out, but you got to get that run in from third base.
Here's the 3-1 pitch. Base hit, and that's into center field. It's going to roll to the wall. One run will score, and Moreno run into second, stand-up double, so she stays hot.
I'm telling you, it takes one time, and we talked about her allowing the pitcher to come to her instead of going after the pitches, high pitches. When we said last week, we even heard the coach say, yell in Spanish, stay off the high ones, stay off the high ones, and she was able to do that, and now she's hot.
And now it's up to bat. Like I said, clutch hitting machine, Torres. Here's the pitch. It's in there at the knees for a strike. 0-1 the count. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Torres. That's going to be low, ball 1-1 the count. Eagles picking up a run early here in the top of the first. 1-0, 1 out.
And there is Rokia coaching from second base. We made a comment after this pitch.
Strike on the outside corner. Strike 2, 1-2 the count.
We made a comment that Rokia is probably the heart of this team, and the Eagles are going to go as far as Rokia takes them. She has the smarts, the ability, the talent, and everything, and the Eagles will go as far as she takes them.
And there's a fly ball deep center field, back, and it's gone. Michelle Torres with a 2-run shot, and like we call her clutch. 2 strikes does not beg this young lady, and she takes it out to give the Eagles a 3-0 lead.
And we talk about it. I mean, we said the combination of Rokia and then behind her, Torralba, they play with a lot of experience behind them, and experience at this level is the playoffs are a totally different animal, and that's why we say that Rokia and Torralba are the spark plugs of this team, and they led by example. They didn't lead with their mouth; they led by example. Here Rokia RBI double, and here comes Torralba and knocks it off the park for a 3-0 lead.
And that'll bring up number 9. Claritza Meca looks at ball 1, the tall first baseman for the Lady Eagles. So just like that, the Lady Eagles go up 3-0 here in the top of the first. Looking to get more. Here's a pitch. And that's going to be popped straight up in the infield. Third baseman calls everybody off and makes the catch for the second out.
And again, there is Coach talking to Claritza, saying stay off the high pitch, and I mean, I guess that's the key, and that's why they were able. We talked about yesterday, Bobby, with Coach. We say that they're able to adjust during the game, which makes it a very, very good team, able to adjust not from week to week, but also from game to game. And as he continues to say, stay off the high pitch, let it come to you.
And that's going to bring up number 13, Karina Gomez, and she swings at the first one. 0-1 the count. Gomez as well being hot as of late. One of the 2 Gomez sisters. Here's the pitch. Fouled off, out of play. 0-2 the count.
Stay here on this match, so we can get a good viewing, and bring it in, and then we'll go back.
Let's go. Contact let's go.
An official timeout, but now we're ready to go. 0-2 the count to Karina Gomez. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Outside ball 1-2 the count with Sarah Torres on deck. The Lady Eagles catcher. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That's high. 2-2 the count now.
There were 2 hits.
Coach Reeves at the third base box, giving her some instructions. Here's the pitch. That's go. Ball 3, full count. So there goes Coach Reese talking Spanish again.
Well, I don't know. I don't think he does it on purpose. It's just a habit that he has, and trying to get the hitter to stay and hit their pitch instead of the pitcher's pitch.
Here's the 3-2 pitch. Ball 4, and she's going to get on base, and that's going to bring up another hitter for the Eagles with one swing in the back and take it out of here.
The second part of the TNT combo, Bob, we're going to call that the combo for the Lady Eagles, the battery, Sierra Torres doing the catching, and Sofia, the sensational sophomore, Sofia Torres doing the pitching. We got Sierra at the plate now.
Runner on first, 2 outs, 3-0. Lady Eagles up here in the top of the first. Here's the first pitch to Sierra Torres. She scores the bunt. Runner goes, and she's going to be safe. So now we have another runner in scoring position for Torres. First pitch to her was a called strike. Here's the 0-1 pitch. High, ball 1. 1-1 the count.
It must be very, very, very comforting to have, the Michelle, Roquilla, Michelle Torres, all these seniors that have been a lot of experience. It must be very good.
Swing and rolls, and that's strike 2. The count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second. Lady Eagles up early here in the top of the first, 3-0 off the Michelle Torres home run. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Outside, ball 2, 2-2 the count.
And again, Bobby, they're doing a good job of staying away from that out pitch. All I've seen in this bottom and the top of the first, Bobby, is swinging at strikes, and that's a very good sign for the Lady Eagles.
High inside, the count full now, and we have number 14 on deck.
Alisa Gonzalez.
Here's the 3-2 pitch in there. It's going to be popped up, third base side foul, and the third baseman catches it for a 3rd out.
So we're going to stay here, but there in the top of the first inning, there were 2 hits, 3 runs scored, 1 left on base. So in the top of the first, going to the bottom of the first, it is Lady Eagles leading. And Bobby, it seems like Coach was not kidding. We had a show yesterday where we had the coach for the Lady Eagles, Oscar Coca Ruiz, and also that sensational sophomore pitcher. And one of the things that he iterated is that it's a very focused team, and that he has not been around a team that has been very focused. And it seems like it started this way. We're going to stay here on this inning because we were very hurried. There was rain. We didn't know we were going to be inside, and so we're going to keep it here and talk a little bit about it. So there you see the sensational sophomore warming up, and I'm eager to see how she's going to react. As far as the coach is concerned, she seems to say that exactly what her father said when she was on our show, is that her demeanor doesn't change, and this is a different animal, Bobby, the playoffs, and we're about to find out a little bit about what the Eagles are really made of.
Yeah, and again, we want to thank Eagle Pass Independent School District, iVision, also broadcasting this game in partnership with KIA now. So no matter where you are, you can watch us on YouTube with iVision. You can watch us on the KNL Facebook page, or you can listen to us to radio. And what seems to be, it's going to end up being a good game. Do you feel comfortable with the 3-0 lead?
No, I don't. I know that it's going to be a battle. It's a good team. You can tell just by the way they warm up. I mean, the coach was, Nufi Rodriguez. He felt very confident when we spoke to him. So we're going to see here. Coming up to the plate is Ava Arnold, the first one. So Bobby, take it away.
And this coach knows the Lady Eagles very well. He was the coach in Del Rio. I think.
Exactly. For some
That's
time.
what Coach Reese told us. And so,
Even though he seemed nervous, he said he was not nervous.
Exactly.
I played around with him and I said, Coach, don't worry about it. I don't want no excuses. And he says, you got the wrong guy. There's no excuses from me. But he seemed a little bit nervous.
so here we go. Sofia Torres on the mound for the Red Eagles, and Sierra Torres catch it. Here's a first pitch from Sofia. It's in there for strike one. 0-1 the count. Sofia takes her time, walks around the mound. Here's a 0-1 pitch from her. Just missed on a nice pitch, but a little bit high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lady Eagles infield playing pretty much regular. You could say the middle infield's in a little bit. Outfield playing straight away. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's going to be high. Ball 2. Moreno at third creeped in on the pitch.
That's a pretty good name. How about the TNT combination
TNT,
there?
yeah.
Torres to Torres.
ACD song for those of you TNT. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That's going to be high. Ball 3-1 to count. So 3-1 to the first batter here at the bottom of the first for the Lady Buffaloes. And Sofia mentioned she doesn't get nervous. It just takes her a little bit to get in the groove. So she
did admit that, yeah.
Here's a 3-1 pitch. That's going inside. Ball 4. And she did mention that to us yesterday. She goes, it takes me a little bit to get a feel for the game, but as well we've seen, once she gets the feel, she's pretty much unhittable. She gives off a leadoff walk, but that's happened before to her. She's always been able to come back from that.
But admittedly so to her, she said, usually I need to get in trouble before I focus. It's the same thing. And so I guess she knows what she's doing.
Infield playing in. Runner doesn't go. You had the corners crashing for the Lady Eagles.
Team comparisons, Bob. Batting average, on-base percentage, slugging percentage, fielding percentage, win-loss percentage, all of it in favor of the Lady Eagles. So on paper, the Eagles should win, but that's why you play the game.
Again, the batter squares the bunt and takes the strike. Now the count's 1 ball, 1 strike.
And it is good to be calling the game, Bob. Eagles are 12-2 with the Buffaloes 19-7. But as you said, that 19-7 is a little bit deceiving.
It is.
Being in the district that they play.
1-1 the count. Outside, ball 2, 2-1 the count. And there's time called by the umpire. And he's going to the dugout.
Well, let's see. We know that was going to happen when and as we asked Coach Ruiz, it's not going to change. They say okay to the umpire and everything, but I mean that's the way it is. That's the way they coach, and I don't think they're doing anything that is out of the game. They're just pulling for their players, and that's exactly what they're doing.
And like we said, the crowd's going to play a role in this game. It's a sold-out crowd here. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That's popped up. First baseman gives chase. And makes the catch by the Eagles dugout. She didn't have much more room to go, but she was able to make the catch, and that's where her size comes in. She's a tall young lady.
So coming to the plate is that second part of the combination, Lexus Worthy, Bob. So she's got her battery mate in first base, Ava Arnold in first base with a walk, and she's coming up to the plate with a runner in first.
So we have a runner on first, 1 out. Bottom of the first. Outside, ball 1. The Eagles score 3 in the top of the first. And here we go with the... Here's a pitch from Sofia. Outside, called ball.
And again, Bobby, we want to thank iVision. The Eagle Pass Independent School District has been so good to us, giving us the permission to come in. Eric Villaseñor, the athletic director. So, as you said, there is no excuse to not be listening or seeing this game.
Here's the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike one. 2-1 the count. And we still have people fighting in here. And it's not a very big place for fans.
What is that it's pretty hidden. We had a difficult time trying to find it. It's aside from the school.
Here's a 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike two. 2-2 the count.
And there's a big example, Bob, of what Coach Ruiz is talking. There's the pitcher for the Lady Eagles throwing pitches that are outside the strike zone, and the hitter's going for it. What was an 2-0 count now is even a 2-2.
Here's the 2-2 pitch from Sophia. In there, header totally through. Swing and a miss for out number 2. She was way on her front foot on that one. She was totally confused. So that's the second out. Nice pitch by Sofia Torres. And now there's 2 outs with a runner on first in the bottom of the first. And that's going to bring up
Erica Padron, third baseman.
the third baseman, Padron, for the Lady Buffaloes. Outside, ball 1, 1-0 the count. If you're just joining us, the Lady Eagles scored 3 in the top of the first run off the RBI single by Roquea Moreno and the towering 2-run home run by Michelle Torres to give the Lady Eagles a 3-0 lead. We're here in the bottom of the first, 2 outs, runner on first for the Buffaloes. Here's the pitch. That's going to be high, ball 2, 2-0 the count. And again, Sophia Torres, it takes her a while to really get in the groove. She's got to figure out where the umpire likes them, everything. So,
well, she was very savvy when we talked to her about making that relationship, trying to find out how far she can go on the outside corner, what type of umpire she has, and all of those things are things that a upperclassman would say. Listening to those things from a sophomore, it is very, very impressive. There is something that's going on the field. I don't know. The umpires are there. Coach Ruiz is coming up to see. I guess he was just.
There was a question on the mound or something.
Yeah, I guess the making contact with the play. She does making sure that the umpires understand that there's something there. So in case she does miss the pitcher's plate, that it's not called against her.
Give her the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah. But then again, getting out of the first inning, Bob, with a 3-0 lead and putting a 0 on in the bottom of the first inning is huge for the sophomore.
So here we go with the 2-0 pitch from Sofia Torres, the Lady Eagles sophomore pitcher. Nice pitch. Called inside. I'm sure you can hear what the Eagle fans think of the call, but it was a nice pitch. Now the count goes 3-0. Here's a 3-0 pitch. That's ball 4 high. So now we have runners on first and second, both by walk. And a couple of questionable balls and strike calls by the umpire. But again, they're part of the game, and what they call, it stands.
Sofia Valencia.
And that's going to bring up number 3 for the Lady Ravens Buffalo, Sofia Valencia, a left-handed hitter. Here's the first pitch to her. High, ball 1. And it seems like the first, I think 2 of the 3 batters were lefties. So the Buffaloes left-handed heavy here. First pitch called a ball, 1-0 strike. Runner on first and second, 2 outs, bottom of the first, 3-0 Lady Eagles up. Here's the pitch. That's going to be fouled back. 1-1 to count.
Good swing there by Sofia Valencia. Seems to have a good knowledge of the strike zone. She took a good cut. So here, this is a very important part in the game, Bobby. Eagles can go to the top of the second inning, leading 3-0, instead of allowing a run to come in. It's huge for Torres.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Foul off again. 1-2. Through the rise ball that she ran after, got a piece of. Foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes now.
But it is true. You look at each of the Lady Eagles, and you don't see that nervousness or anything. Just like playing, even talking to the girls before the game. It's like it's a game, behind the yard. It's a game, and that's impressive.
There's the pitch, high ball 2. Yeah, and the last thing we told Sophia when she was walking out yesterday is we told her, remember, have fun, and she told me she always does. So that's from coming from a sophomore. So with that attitude, she's something special. Facing a 2-2 count here, 2 outs. In there. Strike 3 call. The umpire hesitated a long time before he called the strike 3.
So there you go. In the bottom of the first inning, there was no hits. There was 2 left on base. No runs came in to score. So we're going to the top of the second with the Lady Eagles leading 3-0. We're going to take a break.
And Anissa Gonzalez up to bat for the Lady Eagles here. And a 3-0 lead for the Lady Eagles. Here's the pitch. Swinging a big whiz by Anissa. It's going to be 0-1 the count to her. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Took a little bit off, and that's a strike 2. 0-2 the count. Caught the outside part of the plate. Here she goes, facing a 0-2 count. The designated play for the Lady Eagles. High, ball 1, 1-2 the count.
And it's crazy what a few runs does. I mean, that pitcher looked very confident when she got that first strikeout, and now she's struggling, kicking on the circle and trying to find that strike zone again. There he goes.
That hit her. I believe that hit her. I thought it hit her. That's when the player usually says it hits her on the foot. But she said, no, it didn't hit her.
She wants to hit. She wants to hit.
So the count goes 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gonzalez stands back in, facing a 2-2 count. If she connects, she has a lot of power. That's going to be outside, 4 count now. Like we said, she's one of those players in the Lady Eagles lineup that with one swing of the bat can take it out of the park. Here's a full payoff pitch. And she's going to pop it up. Third big right fielder gets chased, but it's out of play. Count remains 3-2. We'll do it all over.
Whenever I don't know if you've noticed that, Bob, but when you do what you're supposed to do, in other words, you wait around for the pitcher to throw strikes and not swing at bat balls, the pitcher gets a little bit distracted, and she, instead of throwing as hard, she's not trying to aim the ball and try to throw a strike. And the Eagles are just staying away.
That's going to be low, ball 4, and that's going to bring up number 2.
Let's go, we go.
Elisa Gomez, probably one of the fastest center fielders I've ever seen in Lady Eagle history. Here's a first pitch to her. And she squares the bunt. It was low, ball one, but she got the bat there, so it's going to be a strike.
And notice how they do the turnaround, and notice what happened in the first inning, Bobby. That's why it's a lot tougher to score during the playoffs, because these coaches have been, or these teams have been scouted, and they know that they run, and they have that play that sends the runner. So
there's the 0-1 pitch. She squares the bunt. Perfect bunt. Able to get the runner in second. And she's safe at first. And safe at second. Now you are, and there's that speed pays off.
you did say she is fast. She is fast, and again, Lady Eagles look very, very sharp, very, very focused. And what did the coach yesterday say, Bobby? That he has been coaching for so many years, and yesterday's practice, that as far as he can remember, was probably the most focused the girls have ever been.
Yeah, that they wouldn't get off the field. He had to make them get off the field.
He had to talk to each one and say, "Hey, it's okay. We can go home. We're ready for the game." And I don't know. I mean, I've played with Coca, and I know him, and I just see in him and speaking to him that he believes that this is probably the biggest chance he has to go deep into the playoffs. And he didn't say it, but I know he thinks that.
And we're going to have time called by Clemens. I don't know if it's going to be a pitching change or a fielding change, but we do have time.
Win it, Mia! Win it!
And that's going to bring up, again, the top of the lineup for the Lady Eagles, Mia Sidra.
Go off over here, Mia. Go.
Followed by Krista Reese.
So we are going to have a pitching change, I believe, Bob. So we're going to take a break, Bob, and we'll be right back. Stay with us.
Number 3's our pitcher of record. Number 10's playing first base, and number 7's out in right field.
Go, Chubby.
All right, so here we go. There is a pitching change. We have now Sofia Valencia for the Buffaloes coming in to pitch and relief of Alexis Worthy. Sofia Valencia now coming in relief. And so here we go. New
Here's
pitcher,
the
Bob.
first pitch to Mia Sidra from the new pitcher. No, it's going to be ball. Runner tripped going to third base, but she got back in time. Gonzalez was halfway to third, and she stumbled and had to get back. She's back safely. There's still no outs. 1 ball, no strike to Mia Sidra. Here's the 1-0 pitch. High ball 2. Runners again moving, but not going anywhere. Just putting pressure on the defense. That's what Coach Reese is known for. And the Lady Eagles are doing that with the lead. They're putting a lot of pressure on this defense.
Hey, it's playoff baseball, Bob. You have a chance to score 20 runs, you score them.
That's going to be low ball 3. She's way up 3-0. You see Coach Reese gives her the green light. About a 3-0 count, no outs. Runners on first and second. Top of the second inning. Lady Eagles up 3-0. Here's the pitch. That's going to be called strike. 3-1 the count. She was taken all the way. So Mia This is still up, 3-1.
Yeah, battle, win it, Mia.
Like I said, Crystal Reese on deck. Here's a 3-1 pitch. That's going to be low, ball four. And now they got the runner in a rundown. And she's going to be out.
That's Mia trying to head a walk, and the umpire, I don't know if he called it a strike because he put the bat across, or he just called it a strike, but that fooled the runner at second base. The runner at second base took off to third, and she was caught in between a pickle between the second baseman and third base, so it's 1 out.
So that's a full count to Mia Sidra. Now with runner after the runner in second was caught in a rundown. And here's a 3-2 pitch. And back to the pitcher. The second on time. That's going to be the second out. So now the Buffalo fans, if you can hear, they're awake now.
So give him momentum, Bob. The Lady Eagles have been used to getting the momentum using their offense, and just as they did in the bottom of the first inning. So if the Buffaloes are able to get out with no run scoring, they're going to have the momentum even though they're down 3-0.
So Crystal Reese comes up with 2 outs now, which were no outs just a second ago. Here's the pitch to her. Ball 1. And I think what happened to Gonzalez when she got in that rundown, she thought it was ball 4.
Yeah, she got distracted.
The ball was in the dirt, but he called it a strike, so she was caught in the rundown. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and that's going to be fouled off. 1-1 the count, and we have Roque Moreno on deck, and the Lady Eagles would love to give Roque a chance here, but it's going to take 2 outs for Reese to get on base to keep this inning going. Here's the pitch. That's called strike. 1-2 the count. And the Buffalo fans are really alive now. We had that conversation with Sophia yesterday.
I don't know if you remember, but the game, when we did the game last week, it started with a yelling, and obviously the
swing and a miss, and that's strike 3. The third off of the reverse.
So they're in the top of the second inning. There was 1 hit. There was 2 left on base, and we're going to the bottom of the second inning. The score remains 3-0. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
So here we go, bottom of the second. Willem up to bat for the Lady Buffaloes. First pitch was a ball. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a swing, and she got a piece of it. Strike. The 1-1 the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. So what was a very interesting bottom of the
Top of the second inning.
Top of the second inning for the Lady Eagles. It seems like the Buffaloes have got a little bit of momentum. Sophia hit her leg on that pitch. Ball 2-1 the count. 2 balls, 1 strike, nobody out. We're in the bottom of the second inning with the Lady Eagles up 3-0, and it could have been more, but a couple of questionable calls on the top of the second. Got the Lady Buffaloes out of some trouble. The Lady Eagles have runners on first and second and nobody outs, but the Buffaloes were able to get 3 consecutive outs to retire the Lady Eagles with no one more scoring. 2-2 the count now. Here's the 2-2 pitch. High ball 3-2 the count.
It's crazy now, Bobby, when you're sitting looking at on the outside here and watching the crowd. Playoff baseball is pitch by pitch. Usually during the season, you wait, you go and you're eating and you wait to see if they score. Every pitch here is important in the playoffs.
Here's a payoff pitch. Hit foul. Count remains 3-2. And what we said yesterday, people that probably haven't been to a game all season for the playoffs, they come out from everywhere. As you can tell, it's standing room only here on both sides. Lady Eagles, like we said, they have their crowd that they travel well.
And that's what we talked about yesterday, Bob. It's a very popular sport. I mean, it seems that the Lady Eagles have been on an up and up and up for years.
That's over high ball forward. So the Lady Buffalo is able to get the leadoff runner here in the bottom of the second.
Hey, let him hit the ball. Let's go.
Katie Brister.
And that'll bring up number 12, Katie Brister, the left fielder for the Buffalo. So here we go, runner on.
Here's the shift that we talked about yesterday, Bob.
And here's the shift we've been talking about. Nobody in right field. It's going to be hit out of ball.
It was interesting when they asked, I believe you were the one that asked Torres. Says, man, it's a lot of pressure because, man, you throw a pitch in there that they can pull, that runner's going to be running around the bases twice. It says, yeah, it's a lot of pressure, but I try to put the ball where it's supposed to.
And that's why you see Saratoga setting up way outside. Ball 1.
On that subject, I said, it must be very uncomfortable to be pitching and where you can high-five the second baseman next to you. It says, nah, I don't worry about that.
So you have the second baseman standing basically right next to the pitcher, if not even closer to home plate. Moreno on third, all the way up to the home. And again, that's a swing. She's trying to slap at it. And that's a 1-2 count now. The right fielder is in center field. The center fielder's in left center, and the left fielder's hogging the line on left field. So, yeah, the re-shift is on.
Hey, it's worked, so continue using it.
Any closer to the center fielder, we're also playing second base. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Hit. Double play. We have seen that shortstop catches the line drive. The runner at first went to second. The throw to first got her before she got back, and that's a quick 2 outs for the Lady Eagles.
And there's nothing it's not the fault of the runner. I mean, the runner was going on the pitch, and all Mia had to do was catch it and then throw to first base to complete the double play. Big pitch there, 2 outs in 1 pitch.
So if the Lady Eagles can get out of this inning with no run scored, they'll grab the momentum back.
Yep.
And that's what this is, a game of momentum. We've seen it change 2 or 3 times already. Here's the first pitch. Buffalo's batter. It's a ball. Number 21.
Randy Martinez.
1-0 the pitch. 1-0 the count, excuse me. 2-0 the count. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the second inning, Lady Eagles up 3-0. And what we said is a very packed stadium here in San Antonio, Clemens Field. That's in there, swinging and able to get a piece of it for a foul, strike. 2-1 to count. Again, we're in a 3-game possible series. This one here tonight to start the series. Tomorrow will be in Eagle Pass, and if necessary, will be in Jordanton on Saturday. Here's the 2-1 pitch from Sophia. That's going to be high. Ball 3. 3-1 the count.
And here's a struggle, you know. Get 2 outs and starts following with an 0-3, and admittedly, she says that it's. I think she's better under pressure than she is when it's relaxed. She has runners on, and she seems to make the great pitches.
So here we go with the 3-1 pitch. From set, here's the delivery to pitch home. High, ball 4, that was inside. So another runner on for the Buffaloes, but the good thing is the 2 that were on before got doubled up. So she's the lone runner at first with 2 outs.
That was very important. Very important double play. So it's going to take a 2-out hit for the rally to continue going here.
Here's the pitch. That's going to be high. Ball 1. To number 6 for the Clemens Buffaloes.
Keep her working. There's a lot of balls in a row. Keep her working.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. In there, foul. Straight back, strike. 1-0 on the count.
So Luffy Rodriguez used to coaching the coach for used to coach in Del Rio?
Del Rio Rams. He was the Lady Rams coach. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's going to be hit deep to right left field. Over the left fielder's head. Here's the throw home. And she's going to be saved. Buffaloes get their first run of the game. Runner ends up on third. And now we get a 3-1 ball game.
Yeah, it seemed like the coach was going to hold her there, but once the left fielder bobbled the ball, send her in. It was a close place at home, but big run there. Big run there for the Buffaloes, 3-1 now in the bottom of the second inning, and there's another run 90 feet away, 2 outs.
And that'll get us back to the top of the lineup. Number 1, I'm up to bat. Here's the pitch to her. And go for a strike. 4-1 the count. 2 outs. Bottom of the second inning. 3-1 ball game now. Lady Buffalo's able to plate 1 here. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be hit, but foul. 0-2 the count.
Hey, base 3, right now. Go.
So here's a good opportunity. Bob 0-2 pitch, runner at third. Whoever gets this battle is going to take the momentum, as you talk about. Lady Eagles are able to go into the dugout with a 3-1 lead. They're going to have the momentum. But if the Buffaloes are able to score here, it'll be a 3-2 game. They'll take the momentum. So it's a big pitch.
0-2 pitch. And that's hit deep in the right foot. And that's a 3-2 ball game.
Keep smashing it. Keep smashing it.
And just like that, we have a 3-2 game now.
Arnold, the catcher's part battery for the Buffaloes there with a 2-base hit, RBI hit.
Let's go.
It's 3-2 now. Lady Eagles are leading by 1, and I'm sorry if you can hear the screams. We have no choice but to be listening to both sides.
Shut up. Get on your side. That's what your wife said, bro.
Altercation been taken care of. So here we go, back to the game. We've got Celestina Daniels at the plate now with
1-0 1 ball, no strikes.
Here we go, big pitch.
That's ball 2 under the count.
So here comes the coach to try to calm the pitcher down. 3-2 the score now here in the bottom of the second inning. It's a very promising inning that started for the Lady Eagles. It was 2 outs that came. This 2-run rally started with 2 outs. The rally, they scored 2 runs, 3-2.
You can't handle people cheering?
Yeah, but you're supposed to be on your side. They're supposed to be on their side.
Take the chairs over there. You never been there
So here we go. Coach has finished the conversation with the pitcher. Basically, again, Bobby, we talked about this yesterday, and we said something like, if you're driving and you get off road, the best thing to do is to get back on road, and that's what the pitcher has to do right now. She is doing great. She's in a little bit of trouble. She just needs to get back to what she does best, and that's throw strikes, and we'll be all right. Lady Eagles has still got the lead. The tying run is at second base. So, Bobby.
There we go with the 2-0 count. 2 outs. Lady Buffalo scoring 2 already. There's a pop-up. Second shortstop makes the catch. Mia Seymour running a long way, but made a catch for a 3rd out.
It's a big out right there. So we're going here in the bottom of the second inning. There was 2 hits. There was 2 runs scored. So 1 left on base. So we're going to the top of the 3rd inning. The score now reads: your Lady Eagles are leading 3-2. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Stay with us. All right, so here we go. A little distraction here in the bottom of the second.
We're back,
we're back to normal. You know, hey, sometimes it's difficult to control the emotions from the parents. So that's what it is. So we're going here to the bottom. No, sorry, top of the 3rd. It'll be Rokia Moreno, Michelle Torralba, and Clarissa Leja. Bobby.
So here's Moreno, 1 for 1 on the night. Here's first pitch to her. In their first strike. 0-1 the count. First pitch was a strike. Moreno's ready, sets up. Here comes the pitch. Outside, 1-1 the count. Playoff atmosphere. Can't ask for anything more.
Hey, well.
But like you said, some parents take it a little bit too far. And there's a drive right field. It is caught against the wall for the first out.
It's a fly tonight, but you know that Roquia's locked in already, and that's a good sign for the Lady Eagles because I continue with the same thing. I believe that the Lady Eagles will go as far as Roquia takes them. When you have Roquia, Michelle, and Clarissa to follow, it must be a great feeling for the coaches.
And Michelle Torres up to bat. Trying to get something started here in the top of the third. It's a little run with the first base. Third baseman Fields on the first. Safe at first, able to beat it out with Michelle. Not usually a type of hit they're accustomed to for her, but it works in a one-run game. And we run on base winners.
And again, a good team, Bobby, has everything. Like I told the coach, here we're going to have a question here by Newfie Rodriguez, the coach for Clemens, about he's going to try to get the first base umpire to get help from the home plate umpire, and they're having a conversation to see if they can get help. And the calls are not anywhere. They do make a change. The first base umpire had called her safe. The coach from Clemens requested that the home plate umpire get help. I'm sorry, the first base umpire get help from the home plate umpire, and it was switched. We don't see that. Very rarely do we see a change that is overturned by a call that the umpire standing right next to it get overturned by an umpire that is 90 feet away. But either way, it's part of the game. They're an out, so it'll be an out. It'll be 2 outs here. So we go to. I don't know if I'm laughing, I'm sorry, but I don't know if it's a good idea, because we're not only on the outside, but we're in front of everybody, so we're hitting everything from everybody, and at times it becomes a little bit more difficult to concentrate, but we'll do the best that we can. So Michelle Torralba is out on a call appeal by the home plate umpire, said that it was out. So we have 2 outs here in the top of the third inning. It'll bring up to the plate Clarissa Leja, the first baseman for the Lady Eagles. Clarissa Leja at the plate.
And that'll bring up Leja now with 2 outs. No runners on base after the overturned call by the home plate umpire. Here's the pitch to Leja. Ball outside. 1-0 count. Here's a 1-0 pitch, 2 outs. Top of the third inning. That's ball 2. 2-0 count. Lady Eagles up 3-2. Still hanging on to the lead.
This Sofia Valencia, Bobby, has come in and quiet the Lady bats for an inning. So we need some runs, Bob, here.
Here's a 2-0 pitch. And there's a ball hit to right field. And it's fair. That'll be a single. And that'll bring up Karina Gomez for the Lady Eagles. So that reverse call hurts. Now instead of having a runner on first and second with 1 out.
I think it would be first and third
with 1 out.
Anyways.
And that'll bring up Karina Gomez now. 2 outs, runner on first. Gomez digs in. And she's a player that also has a lot of power in her bat. Here's the pitch. That's high, ball 1. 1-0 count.
There you see Sofia, Sierra Torres telling the young number 13A stay in there, trying to help each other out, as they said.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. Hit hard, down to the second base. Ball on the first, and time for the 3rd out.
So there in the top of the 3rd inning, there were 2 hits. 1 was left on base, no runs scored. So we're going to the bottom of the 3rd here with the Lady Eagles leading by the slimmest of margins, 3-2. We're going to go to break.
Thank you.
got this, go. Let's go. You can, no. Let's go.
So here we go to the bottom of the third inning. It'll be Alexis Worthy, the first baseman now. She was the starting pitcher, followed by Erica Padron, who's doing the pitching now, and Sofia Valencia here in the bottom of the third inning. Your Lady Eagles are leading 3-2. Here is the first pitch to Alexis Worthy. It's a foul ball, foul back, out of play. That brings the count to 1 strike and no balls on Alexis Worthy. So it's been a game of momentum here. Lady Eagles took a 3-run lead, and Lady Buffaloes came back with 2. Lady Eagles score in the top of the first, and in the bottom of the second, the 2 runs by the Buffalo. So here we go, 3-2. Here is the 1-0 pitch. Outside, call the ball. So 2 balls and no strikes on Alexis Worthy. Alexis Worthy is the one that started pitching for the Lady Buffaloes, and she was relieved. She was relieved by Sofia Valencia. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Outside, a little bit outside, says the umpire. So it's 3 balls and no strikes. So Sofia Torres here having a little bit of trouble finding the strike zone here. Lady Eagles leading by 1 run here in the bottom of the third inning. Here is the 3-0 pitch to Alexis. She swings at a 3-0 pitch. There's a fly ball. The third baseman. There's a diving catch by the left fielder. Great catch there by the left fielder. Karina Gomez, diving catch for the first out. So Alexis Worthy flies out to 7 to the left fielder and brings out to the plate the starting third baseman, now doing the pitching, Erica Padron. Sorry, number 16, Erica Padron, third baseman. 1 out here in the bottom of the third inning. Lady Eagles with a 3-run inning in the first, and the home team, the Buffaloes, with 2 runs in the bottom of the second inning. First pitch to Padron is a ball. 1 ball and no strikes to Erica Padron, the third baseman for the Lady Eagles. I'm sorry, for the Buffaloes. Here is the 1-0 pitch. There's a swing.
Deep, back, and gone.
So Erica Padron, they're putting a charge on that ball, getting it over the left center field wall, and that brings us to a brand new ball game, 3-3 here in the bottom of the third inning. Bringing up to the plate now, Sofia Valencia, the pitcher.
That'll bring up Valencia, the pitcher, the new pitcher for the Buffaloes, came in the second inning. And now, like you said, we're back to ground zero in a 3-3 tie, 1 out. The bottom of the third. Here's the pitch. High, ball 1, another count. One, another count.
New ball game.
Game 1 of this by-district round for the Lady Eagles. That's going to be hit foul. 1-1 the count.
And it is contagious, Bobby. You hit, you turn it over to the defense, and it's complimentary softball, as they call it, Bob. Lady Eagles feed off their offense, and so right now it's a 3-3 game.
There's the 1-1 pitch from Torres. Low, ball 2-1 the count. Again, this is the first game of a possible 3. The for sure game tomorrow will be an Eagle Pass at 7 p.m. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That's it down out of play, down by third base, 2-2 the count. Again, if you're just joining us, we said earlier 3 runs. We didn't think that would be enough, and it's proven that right now it's not. We're in a 3-3 ball game now.
Well, this lady that's at the plate, Sofia Valencia, came in and she's put up 2 zeros for the Lady Eagles, and that's very difficult to do. So that's why we find ourselves at a tie ball game.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. A slow roller, shortstop fielded by Silva on the floor. Nice stretch by Mecca at first base to get the out. 2 outs now. And that'll bring up number 25.
Aubrey Willman.
2 outs. Bottom of the 3rd. Lady Buffalo's able to tie this game on a solo home run. First pitch, strike by Torres. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Again, Torres hit the pitch off the side of her leg. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. High ball 2-1 the count.
You got this, Sophie. You got this. Come on.
Here's a battle, Bobby. At the first 2 innings, the Buffaloes were swinging at that rise ball on top, and they're staying away from it. So Sofia's Torres is going to have to adjust.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. Low ball 3-1 the count. And this is the first time I've seen her a little bit uncomfortable on the mound. She's taking her time, pacing around.
Well, to her credit, it's still a 3-3 game, and she's not coming down the middle. She's missed high and she's missed low, but she's not throwing it down the middle. She's not giving in to this hitters.
Here's a 3-1 pitch. And foul back. And now the count is full. 3-2 the count.
Yeah, right here, 3. Let's go.
Trying to get out of the inning here with 2 outs. Lady Buffaloes tied it up on 1 swing with a solo home run. Here's the pitch. It's called strike 3, and she does get out of it.
Well, she gets stronger as the game goes, as she said. So we're going here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. There was 1 run on 1 hit on the home run by Erica Padron, bringing the score to a 3-3 tie. We're going to the top of the 4th inning. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Stay with us. So here we go to the Top of the fourth inning, Sierra Torres leading off. She'll be followed by Elisa Gonzalez and Elisa Gomez. Bobby.
So first pitch to Torres, low, ball one. 1-0 the count. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Grounder back to the pitcher. Nice play over the first in time for the first out. And that'll bring up number 14 Gonzalez for the Lady Eagles, a designated player.
All right, so it seems we've settled down. Even the fans have settled down. We're down to a 3-3 game. It is like if it's just starting, it's great to see a bunch of people from Eagle Pass. That's what Eagle Pass does. People that have not been in Eagle Pass I have not seen in Eagle Pass for a long time. They stop by. It's great to see the support that the Lady Eagles get.
Here's the first pitch to Gonzalez. In there for a strike. Strike one. And we have Elisa Gomez on deck for the Lady Eagles, who beat out a bunt. Her first at bat for infield single. Here's the pitch. Swing and it is by Gonzalez. 0-2 the count. One out, top of the fourth inning, 3-3 ball game. Here's the 0-2 pitch. No, ball one. 1-0 the count.
And again, Bobby, the Eagles started seeing this Worthy throwing hard coming in from the right hand. It's difficult to adjust. You know that they take time to adjust. They've seen now Sofia Valencia coming in from the left hand side.
Strike three called at the notice, and that'll be the second out. And that'll bring up number 2, the center fielder for the Lady Eagles, Elisa Gomez. Two outs here. Top of the fourth inning, tie ball game, 3-3. Gomez digs in. Here's the pitch to her. And she hits a ball. That's going to be a base hit in the center field. And that's going to get us back to the top of the lineup. Bia Silva coming up.
And you're not kidding. She was out of the box but before the ball hit the grass in center field, she was almost in first base. She's a fast kid.
She really is, and that's going to bring up Silva, followed by Krista Reese, if possible. 2 outs here, runner on first. Silva digs in, comes set here, she's ready. Here's the pitch, squares the bunt, pulls it away, runner goes, and she's safe. No, they called her out.
Yeah, she got off the base.
I guess she slid off the base, and they probably kept the tag on her. And that's going to be the third out.
All right, so we're going here in the top of the fourth inning. There was one hit. There was no one left on base, no run scored. So we're going to the bottom of the fourth inning. A brand new ball game, 3-3. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Let's go. You lead, Grace. Come on. Get on. Let's go. Here we go. Batter up.
And that brings up Brister for the Lady Buffaloes here in the bottom of the fourth. First pitch from Torres. Swing and a miss. Coach Reyes puts on the shift, knowing this is a slap hitter. So if she makes contact, it'll be to the left side of the field. But if she's able to get something inside and proves it, like we said, she can run around the bases twice because there is no right fielder. Here's the pitch, high. And they say she offered, and nope. And ball won the call, 1-1 the count. Here's the 1-1 pitch. It made down the belt, fielded by Reese on the first. Inside. So that'll be the first out. A nice play and nice stretch by Leja at first. And this will be in 21 Martinez for the Lady Buffaloes.
He's a DP.
The designated player, and that was a nice all-around defensive play by the Lady Eagles. Sierra Torres with the nice throw to first, and Leja at first stretches to catch it for the first out. Here's the pitch. High, ball one. Lady Eagles back in the regular defense.
Bring it down, Sophie! Bring it down! Bring it down, Sophie!
1-0 the count, 1 out. Here's a pitch from Torres. In there for a strike. 1-1 the count. One ball, one strike.
Sophia being a little bit more deliberate about taking a walk after every pitch, so she's focused now.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. No, ball 2-1 the count. Lady Eagles outfield playing at regular depth, not too deep, not too shallow. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Inside, ball 3-1 the count. Ready for the 3-1 pitch now. Here's the 3-1 pitch. And they're called strike. Full count now. Batter was taken all the way.
You gotta wait a little bit to see what the strike is. Is it a strike or a ball? Because the umpire is a little bit deliberate about making a call.
So here we go. Here's a payoff pitch. High, ball 4. And that'll be another walk. A 1-out walk for the Lady Buffaloes. And that'll bring up number 6 for the Clemens Buffaloes.
Let's roll it! Roll it! Let's go! Roll it!
Here's the first pitch to her. In there at the knees. Strike 1.
Brianna Neal.
Brianna Neal batting with the runner on first and 1 out. Here's the 0-1 pitch. A little bit low. Ball 1. 1-1 the count. The Lady Buffaloes haven't been aggressive on the bases yet, so I want to see when they test Torres' arm behind the plate. Here's a 1-1 pitch, and that's hit to deep chase off the wall. One runner will get to third. That'll be a stand-up double. Now the Lady Buffaloes have runners at first and second with 1 away. And go back to the top of the lineup.
How about Arnold?
Arnold up to bat now.
Hey, let's go!
So you got 1 out, important hitter right here, Bobby. You're going to be facing Ava Arnold. Ava Arnold walked in the first and a 2-base double in the second inning. It's coming up to bat here in the 4th.
So runners on second and third. And a tie-top ball game, 1 away. Eagles defense playing in. Here's the pitch. Swing and miss, 0-1 the count. that the Lady Buffaloes try something out of the ordinary here or something tricky. That's why the Lady Eagles defense is in. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be slammed. The center.
There it is.
Nice
Second.
double play. Gomez in center field makes a great catch and able to throw the runner at second for the third out.
So it's a great play. Here goes in the bottom of the fourth inning. It looked like it was going to be a two-run hit by the Buffaloes, but the center fielder came in and stole the show, made a shoelace catch and threw the second base for the second out, for the third out. So we stay tied at 3-3. We're going to the top of the fifth inning. The game is tied 3-3. Stay with us. Followed by Krista Ruiz and Rokia Moreno. Bobby.
There's our first pitch to Mia. Ball wrong, low outside. 1-0 the count. Top of the fifth inning. There's the 1-0 pitch to Mia. In there for a strike. 1-1 the count. One ball, one strike, nobody out. Top of the fifth inning, 3-3 ball game. Here's the pitch. Little roll back to the pitcher on the first in time, and that'll be the first out. And that'll bring up Krista Reese, the Lady Eagles second baseman.
Let's go, Krista. Let's go. Let's go, Krista. Go, Krista. Get us started.
Krista digs in, waiting for the first pitch. High. No, it's called a strike.
You got to wait on this umpire. You can't call a ball or a strike until he actually calls it.
Because you have no clue what he's. I have no clue. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's in there for a strike. 0-2 to call. So here's the 0-2 pitch, one away. And another grounder back to the pitcher on the first in time. And that'll be the second now, and that'll bring up Rokia Moreno, the Lady Eagle third baseman.
So now what the Eagles have to do there, Bob, they were taking some pitches that were out of the strike zone, and now they got to become a little bit more aggressive because the pitcher's coming down the middle, and by the time they realize they're going to swing the bat, they already got themselves at 2 strikes. So they need to adjust here in the opposite direction and go after the ball. And here's the lady you need, Rokia Moreno.
So here's our first pitch to Moreno. Rokia digs in. Strike one. 0-1 the count.
That's 3 in a row you missed. Hold on, please. That's 3 in a row you missed. That's terrible.
Here's 0-1 pitch to Rokia. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Two outs. Top of the fifth in a 3-3 tie game. That's going to be fly to right field foul. Stays foul. We'll do it again. 0-2 the count.
Good effort there by the right fielder, Bobby. Almost got up to it, but way off the fence.
And then Moreno gets on. We have Michelle Torres on deck.
Cielo Toralba already has a bomb.
Michelle Torres already has a bomb this game, so we need to get Roque on base here. Give her a chance. Here's the 0-2 pitch. No, ball 1-2.
And if you take a look at the flag, Bob, it's flying straight out. So any fly ball that is hit with a little bit of a pop to it is going to be out of here. So Roquilla needs to work herself onto the base here.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Hit. Ace hit center field, and now we get that out of a chance here.
And Michelle is going to come up to the plate, Bob.
It's clutch.
It's clutch.
And she's another player that she feels no pressure. She's just going up there and getting her hot. So
I'm telling you, I followed the Lady Eagles for a long time, and I never felt like one after the other, after the other, after the other. You're okay with them at the plate, and you can see that.
To Michelle. It's going to be a grounder to the shortstop. Fielded on time on the first for the out, and that's the third out.
So here in the top of the fifth inning, there was one hit, one left on base, no errors, no runs coming in. We're going to the bottom of the fifth inning. The score remains tied at 3-3. Stay with us. Buffaloes, Celeste Daniels, the shortstop. She'll be followed by the pitch by Alexis Worthy, who's first baseman now, and Erica Padron, the author of that home run. Bobby.
So we're going to have a new third baseman for the Lady Eagles. Karina Gomez comes in. And that's more Karina Gomez at third base for Roque Moreno, which means Roque is probably warming up to come in to pitch in a 3-3 ball game. Now we're ready to go.
We almost had a little lapse there. You got the pitcher pitching, and the center fielder, the right fielder, and the left fielder were still in center field, running as the pitch was going. But so here we go.
Ball one was the first pitch.
Alexis Worthy.
To Alexis Worthy. Here's the second pitch, and they're ball 2-2 the count.
You can do it. You can do it.
A little action in the Lady Eagle bullpen. Roque Moreno warming up. We're here in the bottom of the fifth in a 3-3 ball game.
And you know, Bobby, it is difficult. It must be difficult, I'm assuming, for the Lady Eagles of going to play in artificial turf and then coming to play here in a dirt that it's loose here. And then the grass is, it's kind of difficult. They're two totally different surfaces that they got to play.
Here's the 2-0 pitch. High, ball 3-3 the count. And like in the first inning, we remember Sophia calling time, but she was having issues with the mound, and maybe she is because she hasn't looked like the same Sophia in the circle that we've known. In the first strike, 3-1 the count.
But we can't say much because we do have an artificial turf tomorrow, so it works both ways. That's what's good about the playoffs. You have to adjust, and the ones that make the better adjustments are the winners.
And that ball hit first base. First base hit the umpire.
It was a fly ball to right field, and as the first base umpire is trying to get out of the way, it hits him on a fly ball. So I don't know what's going to happen here. I don't know if he was standing in play or out of play.
He was in foul territory.
I guess he was in foul territory. But anyway, the blue at first base made the play there. Unfortunately, it doesn't count as an out, so it's just a strike by itself.
So now the count's full, 3-2. Here's a 3-2 pitch. It's hammered to center field. Gomez under and catches it for the first out. So Torres is able to come back from the 3-0 count to get the out. A fly ball to center field, which was caught by Arisa Gomez.
And I don't know if you feel the same way, Bob, but anything that is hit from right center to left center to center field, it's going to be caught by her. Even the ball that has a chance and opportunity to be a hit, she's a great center fielder.
And that brings up number 14 for the Lady Buffaloes. Erica Padron. First pitch called strike.
She's the one that...
She hit it over the left fielder's head her last time at bat. 0-1 the count, 1 out. That's going to be hit out of play, 0-2 the count.
Go, win him, let us go.
1 out. 2 strikes, no balls. Bottom of the 5th, it's getting late in a 3-3 ball game. Here's the pitch. Outside.
It's a good pitch.
2-2 count.
She's a sophomore can pitch, Bobby. She knows how to pitch.
Yeah.
That's a great 0-2 pitch on the outside.
Saying if she would chase it. But
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a wasted pitch where there's no way she was going to swing. It was close enough.
that's hit to right field and caught by the right fielder. So that one making the catch. And that'll be the second out of the inning.
So we're going to crunch time here, Bobby. 2 outs there by grade, and we're going to have Coach Ruiz, go up and talk a little bit about strategy here.
Looks like it's going to be a pitching change.
There is going to be a pitching change.
We have number 16 coming up, and I believe she homered last time.
No, the homer was the one that just flew out. So we have Erica Padron is the home run. So we've got...
One left.
Oh, yeah, so it's fly 7 and F9. All right, so yes. All right, so we're going to have a pitching change. We're going to take a break and stay with us. Lady Eagles are deadlocked at 3 with the Clemens Buffaloes here, getting late in the game. There's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. We'll be right back.
And then 10 is re-entering for 5, and she's my pitcher.
All right, so here we go now. Coach Oscar Coca Ruiz is making a pitching change. He's calling on the third baseman that was warming up. Roquia Moreno is now doing the pitching in relief of Sofia Torres here in the bottom of the 5th inning. There's 2 outs, nobody on, and the score is tied at 3-3. At the plate now is the author of that home run, Erica Padron, who tied the game back in the 3rd inning. So here we go.
Roquia looks ready. Make sure her defense is set. We got 2 outs here, nobody on. Bottom of the 5th. Here's the first pitch from Rokia. Called ball. Running on the count.
That's a good pitch, Rod. Good job.
Moreno receiving encouragement from the dugout on the borderline call. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And again, it's into right field. But out underneath it, makes the catch for the 3rd out.
So here in the bottom of the 5th inning, there was no hits, no runs, no one left on base. We're going to the top of the 6th inning on a tie score of 3-3. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Who just lined out to the 3rd baseman. Coming up to the plate now is Karina Gomez, and she'll be followed by Sierra Torres. Bobby, I can give you a chance to come in on the first.
We didn't have a chance. First pitch line drive caught by a 3rd baseman for an out. Nice play. And that's going to bring up number 13, Karina Gomez, who is waiting to burst through here. Here's a first pitch to Kari. On the 1st. That's the 2nd out. That's going to bring up Sarah Torres, but with 2 outs. And Karina, she's not being patient at all. It seems like she just wants to swing. She's getting bad pitches and barely making contact. So
tell you this, Sofia Valencia, they came in the 3rd inning. She's put up 4 straight innings of no runs. So it's becoming a pitcher's duel here.
So now comes Sierra Torres with 2 outs in the top of the 6th. Remember, this is a 7-inning game. 1-0 count.
We talk about momentum, Bob. It seems like nobody has it right now. Like even the fans have noticed that they're waiting for an opportunity to do something, and let's see who takes the momentum here.
Grounded to shortstop, caught on the 1st in time, and just like that, 3 up, 3 down.
So not much to say here in the top of the 6th inning for the Lady Eagles. 3 came to bat, 3 grounders. We're going to the bottom of the 6th inning on a score that is tied at 3-3. Stay with us. We'll be right back. So here we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. We're getting to the later innings. It'll be Aubrey Willman, followed by Katie Brister and Brandy Martinez here in the bottom of the, sorry, it'll be Valencia. Sofia Valencia, who's not doing the pitching, she'll be followed by Aubrey Williams and Katie Brister, excuse me. Here in the bottom of the sixth inning, we tie game here in the later innings, so we now have a battery of Moreno and Torres, relieved Sofia Torres. Here is the first pitch. Swung, almost hit the on-deck hitter there. So, one strike, 0-1 the count on Sofia Valencia. Sofia Valencia is doing the pitching. Great job she's done since she's taken over. It's rare to see 0-0-0-0-0-0 across the board for the Lady Eagles, but that's what Sofia Valencia has been able to do. Here is the 0-1 pitch to Valencia. Call strike right down the middle. 1-1 the count on Sofia Valencia. 3-3 score here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Roquia Moreno doing the pitching. She came in relief of Sofia Torres in the fifth inning. Here is the 0-2 pitch. Hello? 1-2 the count on Sofia Valencia. Like I said, it's kind of quiet, and like somebody is just waiting for something to happen. Nobody has taken the momentum as it's been back and forth. There's a foul ball out of play. The count will stay at 1-2 strikes for Valencia. Valencia struck out in the first inning, and she grounded to shortstop in the third inning. 0-2 is Valencia. So here is the 1-2 pitch to the left-handed hitting Sofia Valencia. There's a grounder at second base. It's picked up by Ruiz. Goes to first. Out. So Sofia Valencia grounds out to the second baseman. 4-3 put out. It'll bring up to the plate now Aubrey Willman, the second baseman. Number 25 for the Clemens Buffaloes. One out here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Aubrey Williams will be followed by Katie Brister, the left fielder. And in the hole will be Brandy Martinez. Here is the pitch to Aubrey. There's a fly ball to right field. The right fielder is under it. And she makes the catch for the second out. So Aubrey Williams flies out to the right fielder. It'll bring up to the plate now Katie Brister, the left fielder. Katie Brister bats from the left side.
You ready, Gunny? You ready right here?
Nobody on. 2 outs here, and here comes a shift for the Lady Eagles. Brister is left hitter from the left-hand side. Again, no right fielder. The second baseman is shaking hands with the pitcher there. Here is the first pitch to Katie Brister. Swing and miss. Strike one. 0-1 the count on Brister. She'll be followed by Brandy Martinez. Here is the 0-1 pitch to Brister. That's down the middle for a call strike. So Moreno gets on top of Brister. 0-2 the count. 2 outs, nobody on. They go to a abbreviated shift there. The second baseman goes a little bit back towards her position, anticipating that Brister is not going to bunt. 0-2 pitch. Here is Moreno. Gets a little piece of it to stay alive. Katie Brister does. It's foul ball, so the count remains at 0-2. In the top of the seventh inning for the Lady Eagles, it will be Elisa Gonzalez, followed by Elisa Gomez, and back to the top of the order in Mia Silva. First comes first. Here is the 0-2 pitch. There's a slap to the shortstop. Mia picks it up, throws it first, and completes the out. So in the bottom of the sixth inning, there were no runs, no hits, no one left on base. We are going to the 7th inning. Tied. Stay with us.
I got 15 batting for number 14.
But like I said, Coach Reese does things unconventional. He has always been that way. Here's the pitch.
There it is.
And she puts it down. Perfect. Runner gets it first. So Gomez comes in with 2 strikes, puts the perfect run down, and just foul, 0-2 the count now. And we have Torres for the Eagles. Go ahead and run on third.
And you can tell these hitters are not under pressure. They're going to be up the plate and be the one that they hit the ball. Confident punches. Lady Eagles are.
Here's the 0-2 pitch to Siga. Plays the line. Remains 0-2. Maybe Eagles trying to push that go-ahead run across, standing at second base with 1 out. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Here's the third line drive. First baseman hit the first. Line drive. The first baseman made a nice play on it. Runner moves to third, but now there's 2 out. So they're going to take a pass ball or a single by Torres to get that run across. More than capable of doing that.
Well, here we go.
Here we go, runner on third.
It's hard to concentrate. We have a fan near here that is beating on the
All right, ball outside, and we have it up here. Moreno on deck. So Krista can get a walk here and give Moreno a chance. Or a base hit and get that run across. Ball 2, almost got by the catcher.
Great block.
But nice block by the catcher for the Lady Buffaloes. And there's not a lot of room between home plate and the backstop, so it would be close. There's a 2-0 pitch. Ball 3. Oh, caught strike.
Yeah, well,
you got me again.
No. Bob, wait until he raises his arm.
I'm gonna wait till that. Yeah, he got here. Here's the 2-1 pitch.
There it is.
Little roller on the second in time for the third out. The Lady Eagles leave the go-ahead run on third base. And now it's the bottom of the 7th.
So top of the 7th, there was 1 hit. There was 1 left on base. We're going to the bottom of the 7th inning, trying to keep the game going. Lady Eagles trying to keep the Buffaloes from scoring. 3-3 game here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Stay with us. Must win. Lisa? All right, so here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the 7th inning. Eagles trying to keep this tie so we can go to extra innings. 3-3 tie here in the bottom of the 7th inning. It'll be Brandy Martinez, followed by Brianna Neal, and top of the lineup, Ava Arnold. Bobby, take it away.
So here we go. Bottom of the 7th. We're in a tie ball game. 3-3, hoping that runner left on third base doesn't come back to hurt the Eagles. Moreno came in the 5th and has done her job very well in relief of Sofia Torres. We have a timeout called by Coach Reese, and the umpires are now talking about something. So we'll try to get this all figured out for you. But like we said, we knew this series was going to be close. You can't get any closer than this. First game of the bi-district round. A tie ball game, bottom of the 7th inning. Game goes back to Eagle Pass tomorrow. Win or lose, we expect or hope the Eagle Pass community will come out in full force to help the Lady Eagles. And thanks to everybody tuning in one way or the other on KINL.
Yes, and
thanks
awesome.
Yeah, right. Thank the school district, Eagle Pass Independent School District, for teaming up with us and letting us, them showing it on iVision on YouTube, and us, of course, on our Facebook page. Couldn't ask for a better ball game.
No, and the fans started a little bit rowdy, but everybody settled down. You know, it started, everybody was nervous. It is a very important game. Obviously, you know, as a parent, you're very passionate about your kids. But we've settled into this. A nice ball game, 3-3. Let's see what the Lady Eagles can do. And again, at the pitching is Moreno, Roquia Moreno, who is the rock of this team. Let's see what she can do.
There we go. First pitch by Roquia. Swing and a miss, strike one. The Eagles need to force this to extra innings. And if they do, they have pretty much the heart of their lineup coming up to bat. Here's the 0-1 pitch. In there for a strike. 0-2. Nice pitch by Moreno. After leaves it outside. Call for a strike. Very nice pitch. The catcher, Sarah Torres, calling a great game. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Nobody out. Bottom of the 7th. Here's the pitch. 0-2 pitch. And they called strike 3. Right away, Sierra Torres, like I said, calling an excellent game. And Roquia Moreno hit her through a beating and hit her spot perfectly for the first out in the bottom of the 7th. Like you said, it seems like everybody's settled down. But if it gets any more tense, I don't know. Any guess as good as mine. So here's the next batter, number 6 for low, ball 1.
Well, it seems to me, and you can feel the tension, that the parents are more nervous than the kids are, because the kids are playing a great game. It's going to be the one that makes the list, that one mistake. And those of you that team that makes that one play, it's going to be the difference between a victory and a loss. So no matter what, we will be in Eagle Pass, and we will continue this series back in Eagle Pass.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. Outside, ball 2. 2-0 the count.
And again, we haven't had a chance to thank all of the audience that is watching us. Bobby, thank you so much for joining us, whether you're using it to the iVision, the school district, or you're going through just the Facebook.
Yeah, Coach Villaseñor here, standing behind us. Again, we want to thank the school district. Base hit, center field. No!
Great play.
On the first.
That is a great play by Krista. And it is not a great play because it's a great play. It's a great play because that's a winning run if it gets on. And Krista was able to pull a Jeter there. And she ranged to the middle, was able to catch the ball and go to first base for the first out. Very important the second out of the inning. So here in the bottom of the 7th inning, 2 outs.
So she took a for sure hit away, ranging to her right, spinning and throwing on the first in time. Great play by Krista. So that's 2 outs now here in the bottom of the 7th. Nobody on. 3-3 ball game. Lady Eagles trying to get another at bat. Here's the pitch. Fouled straight back. 0-1 the count. You having fun yet?
I'm trying to keep up here, but it is difficult to listen to the noise. I'm not used to it, listening to so much noise and trying to call the game. But anyways, here's the Alba Arnold, the catcher.
She's facing an 0-1 count with 2 outs. Moreno sets up, gets her signs. Torres sets up outside. Here's the pitch. Off speed. She had her full, but just a little bit low.
And remember speaking to Moreno and said, hey, if ever you are called upon to go out to pitch,
Yeah,
take it.
she'll take it whenever. And she shows why.
Great kids.
Here's a 1-1 pitch from Moreno. Swing and a miss. 1-2 the count now.
It's a 1-2 pitch here in the bottom of.
Here's a 1-2 pitch by Moreno. Moreno sets up. Torres sets up outside. Here's the pitch. I thought he was going to call it, but he called it a ball.
It's a good pitch, though. It's a 2-2 count. You know what? The umpire has been consistent, Bob. He hasn't called the outside pitches. It's been the hitters that have gone after the pitches that are outside. So then when they don't swing, we as fans expect them to call it a strike, but it's not a strike. It's a strike when they swing.
So now we got 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Pop up, third, and out of play. Karina Gomez gave it a chase, but the ball was out of play. Hope everybody's all right over there. They are. So we'll do it all over at 2-2 count.
It hit that lady on the chest, but she seems all right.
She's a gamer.
She seems okay. So here we go. Now 0-2 pitch, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th inning. The game is tied 3-3. Nice of you to join us. Thank you so much for allowing us to come into your houses, your vehicles, and thank you so much for allowing us to call the game. We're doing the best of it.
Here's the 2-2 pitch now from Roquia. Looks in. Torres sets up. Here's the pitch. Ball's hammered to center field, and that's going to be trouble. Goes to the wall. That's going to be a double. So the Buffaloes have a winning run on second base with 2 outs.
That Alba Arnold has had a game, Bobby. She is two doubles she's had in the game and a fly to center field with a base on ball. So she's 2 for 3, and so. Winning run is the second base, Bob. It's up to the Lady Eagles to get this out so we can take it on to extra innings and try to bring the Eagles a victory. It'll be Celestina Daniels, a shortstop, coming up to bat for the Clement Buffaloes.
How are you going to sleep at night?
And she hit into a fielder's choice out her first time at bat. So here we go, folks. Winning run on second base, 2 outs. Moreno sets up. Torres ready for the pitch. Here's the pitch. High, ball 1-1 the count. Eagle outfield playing at regular depth. And Coach Reese is going to call time to talk to his pitcher.
So we're going to have a little conversation here with the coach, trying to Coach Oscar Coca Ruiz calls time to talk to Roquia Moreno and everybody on the inside the middle of the circle. And so does Coach Luffy Rodriguez for the Clemens Buffaloes, taking advantage of strategizing and speaking about what happens if the ball is hit behind the runner, in front of the runner. There's not much to say. There's 2 outs, and the Lady Eagles and Roquia Moreno need 1 out here to take it to extra innings. So the conversation is over between Coach Oscar Coca Ruiz and the Lady Eagles. They go back to their positions, and so does Alba Arnold run back to second base. She represents the winning run for the Buffaloes. And Alexis Worthy. I'm sorry, Celestina Daniels at the plate. Bobby.
There we go. Buffalo's in the same situation as the Lady Eagles were in the top. They have the winning run on base. Lady Eagles were unable to get that run across. Let's see what the Buffaloes can do with the winning run at second. 2 outs. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. That'll even the count at 1-1. Like you said, it's going to come down to a timely hit, and the Lady Eagles weren't able to get it home. That runner across at the top of the 7th. And the Lady Buffaloes facing the same situation here in the bottom of the 7th. Both had 2 outs. Here's a 1-1 pitch by Moreno. In there for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes now.
Old Rokia Moreno is playing some heat there, Bobby.
A little bit of extra adrenaline from Rokia. That one came in hard.
All right, so Rokia 1 strike away from sending this game to extra innings. Free baseball, Bobby.
Let's see if she pulls a string on the pitch here. Batter expecting fastball. Here's the pitch. Ground it up. Moreno with the nice pitch. Moreno with a nice catch on the mound. 9 drives. She's able to scoop it, throw to first for the 3rd out, and we go to the top of the 8th.
All right, stay with us.
Just when they're not the last batter, and we got and picking up a whole minute, then that's when I don't. You can roll the goal. Here we go. Let's go,
So here we go to the top of the 8th inning, extra baseball. Rokia Moreno, the heart of the Lady Eagles, coming up to bat. It'll be Rokia and Clarissa Leja. We need a run here, Bobby.
Here, the first pitch to Rokia. Ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Grounder back to the pitcher again. That's the twice Moreno has done that. And that's the first out. And that's going to bring out Michelle Torres, who grounded out to the pitcher as well. Her last time at bat. 1 out, top of the 8th inning, 3-3 ball game. And getting free softball here. So here's Torres, who grounded out her last time at bat. 1 away. Here's the first pitch to her. Outside, ball 1. 1-0 the count.
It is important, Bobby, to be the home team because of situations like this. You get the last at bat, you got the higher chance of winning. So we're going to have that chance tomorrow. But first is first here.
Hard hit ball, shortstop. They had her shaded towards the second base. Ball hit right to her for the 2nd out. And that'll bring up Reja, the first baseman for the Lady Eagles. With Karina Gomez on deck. Reja hit a 9 drive that was caught by the 3rd baseman, her last at bat.
Take advantage of this moment, baby. You can do it.
Reja gets ready. Here's the first pitch to her. Low, ball one, one another count.
Marisa Aleja, Bobby, on the first inning, he flied out to the shortstop and her base hit and lined out to the third baseman. So she is 1 for 3. 1 for 3.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. And there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, got in. Dorman is on deck. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Line drive back to the pitcher, caught for the third out.
So here in the top of the 8th inning, there were no runs, no hits, no one was left on base. We're going to the bottom of the 8th. Lady Eagles are deadlocked at 3. All right, so here we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Lady Eagles trying to stay in the game, need 3 outs. It'll be Alexis Worthy, followed by Erica Padron and Sofia Valencia. Bobby.
Moreno still on the mound. Here's the first pitch. Low, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Should be 1 ball, no strikes. Nobody out. Bottom of the 8th inning, 3-3 ball game. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Roquia. That's going to be hit to right fielder. Torres under it. Makes the catch for the first out in the bottom of the 8th. And that'll bring up number 16. Remember, she hit a home run in the 3rd inning to tie this ball game.
It seems like anything that is hit to the outfield on his Lady Eagles is going to be caught, Bob. I haven't seen an error in some time, games that I've been doing for the Lady Eagles. They're pretty solid defensively.
Moreno was able to get her last at bat. The home run came off of Torres, the starting pitcher for the Lady Eagles. Here's the pitch. It's going to be low, ball 1. 1-0 lookout. 1 away here. One ball, no strikes. Here's a 1-0 pitch. Towards the string again, and again out a little bit low. 2-0 the count.
If nothing else, that gives the hitter, which is a very dangerous hitter, a different pitch to look at, a changeup that's on the ground. So it's 2-0 here. Roquia needs a strike here.
And that's called ball, so it's 3-0. Don't want to give into it, but don't want to walk either, so Roquea's going to have to come after her here. And they're going to put her on. and take their chances with the next batter, the pitcher, number 3.
That's pretty unconventional. You put the winning run on at first base, but it's a 3-0 count, and I guess respect for Padron is there. She goes, walks first base, so the winning run is on first base on a base on balls.
And we're going to have Sofia Torres coming back in to take them out.
So again, Roquia, I believe, did her job. She came in and she held them for 2 innings. And now it is the sophomore sensation again, Bobby. It's going to be in her hands. Again, it's not the end of the night for either team. Whoever loses, it is a 3-game series. We'll be back in Eagle Pass to call the game tomorrow, and if needed, a 3rd game from Jordanton. We want to thank again the Eagle Pass Independent School District, Eric, the athletic director, Mr. for allowing us to broadcast. So you don't have an excuse. You can listen to the game on KNL Radio. You can watch the live stream either through the iVision, which is through YouTube, or the Facebook on KNL Power 92.7. Thank you so much for allowing us to come into, and here we go on a Eagles need to keep this run off the board to keep the game going. So it's runner at first, 1 out, and Torres is back on mound. Bobby?
Yes, sir. So here she's ready to go now. She's facing a runner on first with 1 out. That's a perfect strike at the knees, over on the count. And to Valencia, the opposing pitcher, and that ball came in with a lot of heat. Torres reached for something in the bag and pulled out some heat on that one. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Same pitch, just a little bit low. 1-1 the count. Ready infield, playing at regular depth. Middle infield at double play depth. Outfield regular. Here's the pitch. Moreno fields it on the second. In time, got the move runner at second base. That's on the play they had. Nice play by Moreno. So fields that ball going to her left on the run and throw to second just in time for the second out. And that's going to bring up number 25 for the Lady Buffaloes.
Aubrey Williams.
Woman coming up now.
That is a cold-hearted play, Bobby. I mean, she just got the ball, barely got the runner at second, but Roquia Moreno, she's showing her experience right now.
So here we go, running around on first base, but there are 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Torres back on the mound for the Lady Eagles. Here's the pitch, outside, ball 1, 1-0 the count.
If you are watching it through YouTube or in the iVision, we want to thank all of the technicians who were here to set up everything early for the iVision. Thank you so much.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's going to be a pop-up in the infield. They got a catch, calls it at first, makes the catch, and that's going to be a 3rd out. And we also want to thank Superintendent Mijares for allowing us to team up with iVision and bring this game into more homes.
Hey, man, calling the game is easy, but having the people embrace and listen to it. Some people want to be here, Bobby, but it's difficult for them to travel. A lot of parents have aunts and other people who are associated with the team want to come and see the team, but if they can't make it, we have the ability to bring it to them. So it's a great thing. It's a great thing to have that. So we're going here to the top of the 9th inning, Bobby. Stay with us. We'll be right back. right, so here we go to the top of the ninth inning. We're baseball innings now. Top of the ninth inning, it'll be Karina Gomez, Sierra Torres, and Alisa Gonzalez.
Karina swings at a very low ball. Got a piece of it, but like I said, she looks over aggressive. She's not waiting for pitches. She's up there hacking. Here's the 0-1 pitch to her. That time she got a hold of it, and it's going to be a leadoff hit.
I was about to tell you that could be a good thing too, Bobby. You know this pitcher. She came in. She's not wasting any time. She's throwing down the middle. She's throwing pitches, and now it was in reverse. Remember, we used to talk about the Lady Eagles taking too many pitches and waiting for the good pitch. This pitcher is the opposite. She's throwing pitches to swing early so you can get a good pitch to hit. So the Lady Eagles got that go-ahead run at first base.
And that's going to bring up the hard-hitting catcher for the Eagles, Sierra Torres, with a lot of power, but also can hit for contact. Looking to get that runner over to second base. Not know Sierra has been known to put down the bunt, but she's going to try to. Runner missed the ball. Runner safe at second, so it worked out anyway.
The word is rumble. She rumbled all the way to second base and slid a little bit early, but crawled into the second base, and she's in safe. So the advancement of the sacrifice by Sierra Torres was not needed. So now she's in scoring position, and Sierra gets an opportunity to bring her in.
Yeah, here we go. Go ahead, run on second base. Torres facing she's still bunting.
That's good.
And she fouls it off. 0-2 the count, so she's trying to get that runner over to third with
less than 2 outs.
Less than 1 out.
See, the same thing that Coach Ruiz is telling him. Whenever you are a bunt, you are a bunt. You are an out. You don't try to you turn around early. You tell the pitcher, I'm going to bunt the ball and get that runner over across. So let's see if she goes out early.
Here's the 0-2 pitch.
Let her go.
There, strike three. Perfect pitch. The Cavs Torres frozen, and that's going to bring up Anissa Rizondo, who drew a walk. Her last at bat. Let's see if she stays in to hit.
Elisa Elizondo actually got hit by a pitch, remember?
Yeah, she was hit. Not drew a walk. She.
You know what? It could have been either or because it was a fourth ball. So it was a ball or she got hit. Either way, she was at first base.
On base. She got on base. But here we go again. The go-ahead run is on second with less than 2 outs. The Eagles need a clutch hit to get her home.
They're close. They can't hear.
Gomez on deck for the Lady Eagles. So the first, Elizondo stands in. Again, she was hit by a pitch. Her last at bat, her first at bat. Go ahead, run on second base, and here's the pitch. That's going to be high, ball one. Karina Gomez with a single, and able to get the second on a pass ball. Sierra Torres struck out, and that leaves us Anissa Elizondo with 1 out. Here's the pitch, and she's going to foul it off for the first strike. The runner on the count.
So the good thing about it is they got a couple of chances to bring that winning run in. A base hit will get the go-ahead run to come in, Bobby. So going to get a couple of chances here to bring that go-ahead run in.
Anissa digs in, facing a 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and miss. Like I said, she takes big cuts. That's 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Some pressure on this senior. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Able to stay alive.
It's a great job.
Count remains 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Everything in the outfield will be close at home. Here's the pitch, high. Ball 2-2 the count.
That's a good take, Bobby, and a 2-2 count. Now she's even the count, and she's even with the pitcher now. She can get a good pitch to hit now.
Here's the 2-2 pitch to Elizondo. Ball 3, so she's on the count 4. And yeah, I mean, we almost forget they're still kids, so we know their hearts are beating a mile a minute right now.
And for those of you that having trouble listening to us, we apologize, but we are outside. We're trying to get the mic as close as we can. There it is.
There's a base in the center field. Gomez well short, coming home. Here's the throw, not in time. Eagles go up 4-3, and Elizondo, like I told you, she's a free senior. Hit a line drive in the center field.
Perfect example there of a good hitter. She took a couple of tough pitches that were tough to take, and then she got the count on her favor. She went from 0-2, evened out the count to 2-2, and she got a pitch that she can handle, and she didn't miss it. She sends it out to right center field on a base hit, bringing in the go-ahead run. Now, game's not over here. We still got to score some runs because the Buffaloes are going to get their opportunity in the bottom of the ninth. So we have a meeting here with the coach. Luffy Rodriguez is having a meeting there with the infield, and he comes back again trying to have a second conversation. And obviously the coaches for your Lady Eagles are also strategizing as to what's going to happen. We got a runner at second base and first base, and the Lady Eagles are now leading in the top of the ninth inning, 4-3. So Elizondo carries right now the go-ahead RBI. Hopefully that go-ahead RBI will turn into the winning RBI, because remember, in the bottom of the ninth, the Buffaloes still have to come to hit. So it's now up to the fast Elisa Gomez. Let's see what Elisa can do. There is one out in the top of the ninth inning. They've been able to score one run. And Bobby?
Here we go. First pitch to Gomez. Elizondo, who hit the RBI to give the Eagles the lead on first. First pitch ball outside, 1-0 the count. So Elizondo, like I said, a free swinging hitter at the plate, connects with one, back up the middle, give the Eagles the lead. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Drill grounder, back to the pitcher, on the second in time, on the first, not in time. So the Buffaloes get the leadoff runner, and that's 2 outs now. And now we go back to the top of the lineup with Mia Silva coming up to bat. Again, we're in the top of the ninth. Lady Eagles just pushed across the go-ahead run. We're in a 4-3 game now with 2 outs. Krista Reese on deck. Here's the first pitch to Silva. She scores the bunt, pulls it away. Runner goes. She's going to be safe.
She was fast, Bobby.
Fast.
She was fast. I mean, that was a purpose pitch. It was a fastball pitched up, kind of like a pitch to get the catcher a running throw, and everything was perfect. She got a good throw off, and she still beat it.
So here we go with the 1-0 pitch. Base hit, right field. Gomez being waved. Here comes the ball. Not in time. Gomez scores. Silva comes through with an RBI single to right field. Now the Eagles go 5-2.
So again, Lady Eagles, man, I'm telling you, this is a good team. They got their clutch hitting. They don't panic. They do the job. A perfect example there is Mia Silva. Pitcher is obviously pitching outside. She didn't try to pull the ball. She served it into right field. She hit it where it was pitched, and it produced another run. So insurance run for the Lady Eagles, now leading by 2, 5-3. Coming up now is Krista Reese with 2 outs and Mia at first base. First pitch is a strike.
First pitch was a swing and a miss by Krista Reese. Steps back in. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Base hit. The ball went to the wall. Another run being raised. Should not being raised. Throw home another time. Lady Eagles go up 6-3 on the RBI double by Torres.
Great clutch hitting again, and by the leaders of this Lady Eagles, and coming up the main one, Moreno, here in the top of the 9th inning, plating 3 runs to make the score 6-3 now in the top of the 9th inning. Bobby's running a little bit out of his voice because we're trying to talk as loud as we can, but it's very difficult to talk over the noise that we're listening to, so we're doing our best. Bobby?
Here's Moreno now up to bat. 2 outs, and that's going to be low ball. No, he called it a strike.
No way, man.
Again, I tried to outguess the umpire, and he got me again. So it was called a strike. 0-1 the count. 2 outs. Krista Reese on second after the RBI double. Here's the pitch. And that ball's hammered back. It's gone. Moreno connects on another one. That's going to be a 2-run shot, and the Eagles are blowing this game open.
I'm telling you, man, I called it this girl. The Eagles will go as far as Rokia Moreno takes them. She is the heart of the Eagles. She turned around the last game, and she has just put a dagger on the Clemens Buffaloes here in the top of the 9th inning. So the score is currently 8-3. 5 runs have come around to score for the Lady Eagles. And again, these Lady Eagles are a team to watch. They do make all of the right decisions just during a ball game, which is probably very difficult. The most difficult thing to teach a kid is to adjust during the game, and these kids do that. They went last time from adjusting and not swinging at many pitches to get a pitcher to throw it in the strike zone to this pitcher, the total opposite. Throwing strikes, and instead of taking pitches, swinging early, and that's what they've done. And that's what they've done. So here we're going to go to a pitching change for the Buffaloes, and they're going back again to their original pitcher, which is Alexa Worthy. So we have a pitching change here in the top of the 9th inning, but the Lady Eagles have exploded as usual for 5 runs here on the top of the 9th inning. So a 3-run cushion they will have as of right now, at least, going into the bottom of the 9th inning when the Buffaloes would come to bat for their last at bat. Lady Eagles taking no prisoners here. They are a team that seems very focused. Again, as we continue to speak to Coach Ruiz, he's been at this for so long, and he told me that this team scares him in a sense that they're so focused. But here we go again.
Torres coming up to bat. 2 outs. The Lady Eagles have pushed across 5 runs. The big one's coming off the Rokia Moreno's home run. And the Lady Eagles have blown this game wide open, going up by 5 now. We have a new pitcher. Torres digs in with Recandek. Here's the pitch. High, way high. Ball 1. 1-0 the count.
So
little kid did it on the bait, did it on the mound.
Did it at third base, and a great play. I'm telling you, she is.
Again, high outside, ball 2.
And again, this can be a demoralizing because of the way that the Lady Eagles have come broke it wide open here, it's going to be very difficult for this Clemens team to go up third Eagle Pass and try to beat these Lady Eagles.
No, not with the fan base that's going to show up tomorrow. Hopefully, the game's at 6 o'clock, not 7 o'clock.
Oh, it is at 6 o'clock on tomorrow. It'll be from the SAC in Eagle Pass.
In there for a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. We have Nick on deck. Depending on what Ottawa does here. I like to call her Miss Clutch. She always comes through when needed to. Swing and a miss. 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count.
Here's another important piece of the Lady Eagles again. The experience of Michelle Toralba leading the team in hitting, and
that's going to be a foul. Count remains full, 3-2.
We've seen this before, Bob. A rowdy crowd turned into their seats, and it's kind of quiet right now, and Lady Eagles can do that. They might look difficult to score some runs for them a few innings, but in any given inning they can explode, and they've shown it in the past few games.
Here's a 3-2 pitch. Ball 4, and that'll bring up Macon with 2 outs. But Ottawa earning a walk, runner on first base. So here we go again. We're in the bottom of the 9th. What was a 3-3 ball game? The top of the 9th. Excuse me. The Lady Eagles have blown it open, trading 5 here to 8-3 lead. Here's the pitch, swinging a miss by Macon. Good cut. 0-1 the count. Maddie's had a good night as well at the plate. Hit the ball hard every time she's been up. Here's the 0-1 pitch. In there for a strike. Runner goes, not in time. And it says she came off the bag and was tagged. So that'll be the 3rd out at the top of the 9th.
Well, there's so many hits, Bobby. I don't know if I should count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There were 5 hits, 5 runs scored, no one left on base. So we're going to the bottom of the 9th inning. Your Lady Eagles have exploded now for...
I've been pretty both ways.
Bluetooth connected.
All right, so here we go. Your Lady Eagles needing 3 outs to take the series back. A 1-0 lead. It'll be Katie Brister, the left fielder, number 12, followed by Brandy Martinez, the DP 21, and Brianna Neal, the shortstop.
First pitch from Torres, low, ball 1. 1-0 the count.
It's difficult, Bob, to start the game and then go and sit down for a few innings and come back. So we're going to find out a little bit here about Ms. Torres.
That'll bring the count even to 1 ball, 1 strike. One and 1 the count. No outs. Again, we're in the bottom of the ninth. And a Lady Eagle 5-run lead, 8-3. Here's the pitch. Squares the bunt. Foul tip. 1 ball, 2 strikes now.
So the Lady Eagles with 2 bombs, Bob. 2 bombs by the leaders of this team, by Moreno and by Torralba. Michelle Torralba, 2 home runs of the Lady Eagles.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Able to stay alive with the foul tip. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Count remains the same. Torres seems to have a little bit more pep in her step after coming back into the game. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Grounder, shortstop field on the first. In time. And that's the first out. Mia Silva with a nice play at shortstop. And that's one thing that we always said about the Eagle defense is they're solid. They very rarely make mistakes, and I don't think they have an error tonight.
Yeah, and I mean, timely hits when they need a hit. And what I'm impressed with the most, Bob, is I see the in-game adjustments that they make. You know, at bat by at bat, when they, you know, Roquilla Moreno is a prime example of that. You do recall she was struggling and swinging at different pitches up high. She turned around, made the pitcher come to her, and I told you, it seems like if she gets a pitch down the middle, she's gonna. And ever since that, she's been hot. And again, they seem to do that on a game by game.
That's gonna be high. Ball 2-2 count. 2 balls, no strike. Torres takes her time, takes a little walk around the mound to correct herself. Now she's ready to go. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That's going to be ball 3-3 the count.
All right, so 3-0. Sophie needs to bear down here, throw it down the middle. Let's see how far she can hit it.
Here we go, 3-0 pitch. That's going to be high. Ball 4, so 4 consecutive balls. And that'll put the runner on first with 1 away. And number 6 for the Lady Buffaloes coming up to bat.
It's Brianna Neal, Bobby, the shortstop.
Shortstop Brianna Neal coming to bat. Lady Eagles beating on the mound. And we're going to have a courtesy runner.
21.
Number 13 to come to run for the Buffaloes. Now we're ready to play ball. Sophia gets ready. Sierra calls her defense. And here's the pitch. Here we go. It's down to the third, but in the field on the second in time. Again, able to get the lead runner is third baseman with a field, Moreno. And that's going to be 2 outs. The Buffaloes down to their final out with a runner on first, and we'll go back to the top of the lineup. Number 1 for the Lady Buffs now batting. Again, no matter what happens here tonight, we will be back in Eagle Pass tomorrow at 6 p.m. So all you out there that can't get to the game tonight, make sure you're out there in Eagle Pass at the SAC tomorrow to see these Lady Eagles play. That's going to be a foul ball, strike 1. Again, we'd like to thank the Eagle Pass School District, Mr. Superintendent Mijares, Athletic Director Eric Villasenor for allowing us to team up with iVision and bring you this great ball game. So same thing tomorrow. You'll be able to see it on YouTube, on Facebook, or just listen to it on the radio. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Now the Lady Buffs down to their last strike.
Down to the last strike, Bob. And again, it was a great game, even though it went all the way to the ninth inning, and the score is not going to be indicative of how exciting this game was. It started a little bit rowdy with even the fans, the parents, a little bit rowdy on the side, but everything calmed down. It was a beautiful night for softball. The kids are enjoying the game, and as was told and it has been told by the Lady Eagles that we've talked to, they enjoy the game. It's not like if they go out there and they're a little bit nervous, or if nervousness is going to cause them to do what they're not supposed to. It's basically they've got an attitude of, I'm playing behind my house, playing catch with my dad, and that's the way they handle that. They're a solid team all across, and they've shown you, and it's not a fluke that they explode for runs, and this is a good pitcher that they did it against. So there's a fly ball. It's a fly ball to the left fielder, and there it is. Your Lady Eagles are victorious, 8-5, going for 5 runs in the 9th inning. Extra innings it took, but your Lady Eagles are victorious. And here we want to thank the administration here also from Clemens High School for providing us an opportunity to sit here and call the game. And for those of you that listen to us, thank you so much for allowing us to come into your homes, and thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to call the game. Even though sometimes it is difficult, especially when we're calling the game from the outside. Tomorrow, go out and support the Lady Eagles. We don't need that third game. If there's a possibility of a third game, if somehow the Buffaloes are able to win tomorrow, and there'll be a third game in Jordanton, and we'll bring you that too. So thank you so much for allowing us to come in. Those of you that listen to us on the radio, thank you so much. We enjoy doing this, and I hope that you enjoy what we enjoy. Thank you so much, and we'll see you tomorrow. Good night.
You gotta fight team. There's no better team than yourself. The only way you can lose is by beating yourself, by giving up, by freaking out, by panicking. You don't panic, you saw what we can do. Not last inning, I think Madison told me, I said, Coach, that's our team. And that's our team. Believe it or not, like it or not, that's your team if you want to be the best team around. If you don't, then that's the only thing to lose. Great job. That's what those 3 runs at the beginning helped us big time. And at the end, Ani. My quote was right there. Yes or no? No pressure. Yeah! We told you, playoffs are different. We need all 16 players be ready to go, because you never know when your number and your name's going to be called. Great job, everybody else. After Ani, she took over. Great job. Get a break. Let's go. Hey, coach.
Give me another seat now.
That's our base.
Prayer time.
Everybody.
Yeah, that was a roadie.
Let's go, Sarah. Let's go.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, and deliver us from evil. Heavenly Father, we just want to express our gratitude towards you.